Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no. I am not betting with the USA team against with the spread. No more.
Wow.
Listen, when you have a 40-point spread, win by 1, another one was like 20, win by 6 or 8. Now look, US is gonna win. I just think it's gonna be a lot closer than what people think. And then we forgot they played Serbia, and I forgot that Bogdanović didn't even play. So what if he played? But on the flip side, KD can play for us.
Well,
so I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so. Now I like that spread actually if KD plays. You know, but if he doesn't play,
if KD plays,
then I got us with the spread.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. I think he just adds such a dimension to the team, and he's the most experienced. He understands the rules. He understands the mentality you got to have.
Well, he's the leading scorer in the history.
He's the leading scorer in the history. He understands international play.
Okay, but can he just step onto the floor out of game shape and just say, okay, I got this?
If anybody can do it, I think KD can.
I can promise you he ain't out of game shape.
No, listen.
I know, but there's game shape and there's game shape. This is going to be serious business.
KD is different. Regardless of the shape, he's still 7 feet and can shoot over the top of anybody. You just throw him on the court. You could literally put KD on an airplane, fly around the world, don't know where you're going for 36 hours, drop him off anywhere, and he can still make a bucket without having to play in like 3 months.
Even against Serbia
His first shot, I would bet him.
For a game that counts.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. You see that clip when LeBron was like, hey, just get this shot up real quick so we can get this. And he just turned around and just ripped it. Like, no, he just ripped it.
Right.
Man, come on. If KD play, but if not, it's going to be more of a ball.
A dribble with these guys.
I don't care if he ain't dribbled the ball. If KD ain't played basketball for a whole year, ain't touched the ball, I will bet my life if he step on that court and he give me a shot for my life, I'm taking that.
Okay, all right.
I'm taking KD
I like
on
KD,
that.
but I ain't doing that one. You say I gave you 20 yesterday. So
yep.
I'm giving you 17.5 today.
Ooh.
It drops.
Oh, you just do +5.
Yeah, I'm going to do the +5 every single time. Now, look, I understand what happened against South Sudan. I understand what it looked like against Germany. I get all of that. But at the same time, regardless if Bogdanović was in the lineup or not, they handed them, they were cruising along.
They were.
You know, that's the game. I believe it's the game that Steph was ripping. It was just every single game, somebody takes his turn. The last couple games has been LeBron at the end of the game that's decided, hey, these dudes, and they're gonna put Dennis Schroeder on me. Oh, okay. I got a 5'10" dude on me. I'm getting ready to just work him real quick. Bully ball, all of those sort of things. Yes, and I understand the MVP and Joker's on the team, and yeah, but Joker didn't play well against us the first time around. I don't want to hear nothing about he played against NBA guys. He's in the league. He understands what to do. Doesn't matter. His game was off. It was off for a reason, Skip. Now, look, do I think that it could be closer than the spread? Absolutely. But do I believe that these USA players have now gotten criticized so much over the last couple weeks about their play and having point spreads disappear that they're going to come out hitting on all cylinders and focus? Yeah, I do. I honestly do. Because remember, in the start of this Olympics, the start of the team, better yet, when it was put together, who were they compared to? The 92 team. The 92 team.
True.
The 92 team.
I got it. Yeah.
So if you're not living up to the 92 standards, which I'm sure a lot of these guys want to, what's that going to say? It's just going to be like, well, what are we actually here for? That's what they're here for. They're here to live up to what the 92 team did.
Okay. I want to be very clear about this. I do think our guys will win the gold medal.
Yeah.
But it ain't going to be easy. It ain't going to be a breeze. It ain't going to be a walk through some Paris park because all these teams are much better than they used to be, and none of these teams are afraid of us. Are we better and deeper in superstars? Come on, stop it. I mean, yes, we're way deeper in superstars, but only 5 can play at one time. And Steve Kerr is on the hottest of hot seats because he's got to push the magic buttons at the right time. And when the games are close and tight down the stretch, it's not that easy to figure out who's got it and who doesn't today. Because you've made the point, It was his turn. Then it was his turn. Then it was his turn. And finally, it was LeBron's turn twice in a row against South Sudan and Germany. Yeah. LeBron just said, give me the ball and get out of my way. And he literally ran over the opposition and bully balled them all the way home. And it was highly impressive, but I'm not sure you can do that in these games that count because these teams are too good and they're too proud. And listen, they're going to fight for their countries. Yeah. And sometimes they fight for their countries even harder than we fight for our country because we've been the kings. We've been on the mountaintop for so long that you don't feel that threatened until all of a sudden you realize we're in a battle here, man. We got to fight for our lives. Now we're in group play. You have to play these 3 group play games, and then hopefully you're in the medal round and you got quarters, semis, and finals. But Serbia is serious business. And I told you yesterday, 15.5 is ridiculous. It's way, 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 way too many. If I were a betting man, I would have jumped all over it, and a whole lot of people are jumping all over it because it's been bet 3 total points, and that's a huge drop. Huge shot. A whole lot of money is coming in hot and heavy on 15.5. If you can get 15.5, 14.5, 13.5, now it's down to 12.5. And now it's starting to get down. Should they be maybe a 10-ish, a 9-ish point favorite, somewhere in there? Maybe. But I'm going to say this again. Yeah, we cakewalked them the first time. We won by 26. And Steph shot 6 of 9 from 3. If he's going to do that on Sunday, we'll be golden in that game. But you can't trust him to shoot 6 of 9 because that's the only time in the 5 practice games that he did that. And they did not play their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th best player. So Joker played, and to your point, we need a number on him because we got a 3-headed defensive monster. We got Embiid, we got AD, we got Bam. We got AD and Bam playing together and kind of tag teaming people. And Joker was struggling, man. He was 6 of 19. But I do warn you again, Joker is the shrewdest of the shrewd, and he knows that sometimes you can sandbag in these practice games, these exhibition games, and you can lull the U.S. to sleep. You can make the fat cats feel like they're even fatter than ever. And you hope that you catch them a little off guard when you take it up a notch in the first game that really counts.
I love you, Skip.
Okay?
So he sandbagged 6 of 19. He deliberately...
No, he ain't sandbagged 6 for 19.
That's all I'm saying.
No.
Okay. He shot 19 times. He said, I'm going to go make 6 of them?
All right, so these things are usually, let's forget about him, although I did see him play against France. And against France, he played against Wemby, and he was really good against Wemby because he was 20 and 12 against Wemby, and Wemby was 14 and 10, and they both played pretty significant minutes. So he is highly capable because he's got basketball genius about him, and you can't tell me he doesn't compete hard.
He competes hard and everything, but that's the thing. It is a little concerning. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a little concerning for the fact that, you know, we're halfway through this whole exhibitions, 5 games, then it's a possibility of 6 more games. And the U.S. hasn't shown me any consistency yet. But they've shown me wins, and that's why I'm going with the under on it, because I do believe they'll win, and the reason Steph don't have a rhythm, Skip, and Key, you got to understand, these guys, and I said it before, they used to be in first options. Steph is used to bringing it up, cutting, coming back to the ball, dribble handoff, flare screen, whereas like now LeBron has the ball, he's controlling everybody's movements. Now, Steph, you go here, we may give it to you, we may not. You know, Tatum, Anthony Edwards, y'all want options on their team, but now I need you to go stand in the corner. So the rhythm is off on the offensive end. But the concern got to be the defense. That's what the concern. I don't understand why the defense isn't as good, because when you get an opportunity to actually put a man in the middle, I would run like a certain type of zone with Joel Embiid out there. Let him just stand in the middle and clutter everything up. Seriously, stop putting them in pick and roll and letting them go out here to these shooting bigs. Get a zone going. I really would look at that. If not, then it's going to be tough if the game is close to play them in the 4th quarter when they putting these guys in these pick and roll situations and these centers is making these threes. That's my only concern if somebody get hot from 3. But the spread, I'm under. I'm under on the spread. Right.
They got you spooked now.
Yeah, they got me spooked. They gonna win. They don't got me spooked on winning.
No, of course, I
but
understand.
if I was betting sports, I'm spooked.
I understand.
Like, but I don't, luckily I don't bet sports.
Okay, so Bogdanovich did not play against us, and we won by 26. 3 days ago, he played against Greece, and they won 94-72 over Giannis and company. And Giannis played significant minutes and had 17, 6, and 4. Bogdanovich went 5 of 5 from 3 because he's a dead-eye, man. Mm-hmm. And when he gets cooking, he can cook you.
Yeah, he can.
And that Jokić kid who plays for the Heat, down the stretch last year, this past regular season, he had 3 20-plus point games. He can play. And that Milutinov, he's a stud European 7-foot center, and he played against Greece and had 10 and 4. Jokić had 11 and 4. I'm just telling you that they're not to be trifled with. They're not somebody you can just step on and scoff at.
And that's true, Skip. Yeah. But you got to remember, they played each other already, and for whatever it's worth, the adjustments need to be made by the U.S. They're gonna make those adjustments. They understand that they can't get into these games because it's not practice games and do some of the same things. So I'm counting on them to understand that you can be Pop. They get it. They're not going to be... Look, man, when they play the South Sudan team again, I don't even think that they're not going to win by 1 point because they know that they messed around the last time and damn near lost. They understand that. You make these adjustments all the time when you get caught in a sandbag and a trap. You realize, because imagine if they was to lose. Just imagine if they was to lose. I don't care how much.
Hey, the sky would fall.
It would fall.
It just would.
It'd be the worst thing ever.
Yeah. And yet, if they win, people here will just shrug and say, well, way to go. Like
they got to win. They got to win a certain way.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
they got to win a certain way to satisfy the taste buds, so to speak.
Okay.
Well, to be compared to the Dream Team, they got to win a certain way. Because we saying this is the greatest team ever assembled.
Since the 92 team.
Since the 92 team. And, there's been some people I've heard say this probably is better than...
People have had that conversation.
People have had that conversation. This team may be like, when you look at the resumes and all of that, I got to go back and look. This team may be better. But so far, in order for this team to be compared and looked at on the same level or better, they gotta show me some blowouts. They got to show me some wins by 20, 30. Like, we got to see some of that because, and I get it, when the Dream Team played, it was only like how many pros? I saw something on this. It was only like probably 6 pros in the Olympics. Like now, it's probably, other than our guys.
Yeah, right.
Like when you look at all the countries, they probably added up to other 6 pros. Right now in these Olympics, it's probably over 50 pros. Yeah. NBA players or
I just remember
guys,
watching the Dream Team against Egypt, and I was like, Lord have mercy. It just, it was, it was silly. What is it?
But the comparables, especially if people subscribe to the things and the stuff that you say, Skip, the comparables with LeBron and Michael, you understand what I'm saying? He can't come out here because Michael Jordan ain't gonna have a 1-point victory. It's just not gonna happen. No. So if that stands true,
that's true. No, I got you.
You're gonna have to come out there. You're gonna have to get these dudes to play a certain way. Yeah. If that's your goal.
Okay, but as great as LeBron was in those last 2 practice games, he is going on 40 years of age, and Kevin's getting a little up there in age, and Steph's getting a little up there in age, and man, we're asking a lot of older players to suddenly play like they're 26 and 27.
Yeah, I'd like to know the ages of the ages of the opponents because them dudes look old.
I know
some of them dudes got big old beards.
Yeah, but they've been playing together since they were 12, right?
I know we asked LeBron to do a carry job, but I think that's more Steve Kerr. Because if they wanted to give the keys to Anthony Edwards, if they wanted to give the keys to Jason Tatum, they can.
Sure.
You act like they can't do what LeBron does against this competition. So you can't tell me that if we say, all right, instead of LeBron bringing it up, let's get Anthony Edwards in the 4th, or Jason Tatum in the 4th, or even Devin Booker. Do you guys see what these guys do during the regular season against real other all-stars? You telling me they can't do this against Serbia or Canada or South Sudan? I mean, these guys average 30 points in the NBA against the best in the world. It's about them handing the keys to these guys. LeBron don't have to do this.
What I noticed though, from the first game against Canada to probably the South Sudan game and even into Germany, the threes that we were knocking down, we were knocking them down right at the line. We was backed up. It was interesting to see. They was, you know, few inches removed from the line. So it's almost like in their minds, they said, let's back up so we can get our natural NBA shot off.
Yeah.
I mean, watch it when you see. Everybody that shot them threes was deeper than what the line says.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was. Maybe it's just natural, you know, natural instincts or whatever the case is, and they started hitting them.
Okay. So, to your point, I've been watching Devin Booker. I'm a big fan of Devin Booker's. He looks lost because
It's easy to get lost with LeBron.
Because it's LeBron and Steph.
Yeah.
And then LeBron's playing off AD, and it's just like Book's out there saying he went 1 of 6 against Germany. Remember the one he made was a left hand. He just threw it up and got fouled.
Would he be better with KD? Because he runs with him?
Well, I think he'll be better with Halliburton. Like Halliburton,
and Halliburton
for everybody.
didn't even get in the
And he
game.
didn't even get in the game.
Yeah.
You know, because LeBron, you're talking about LeBron at the
Gotta be
point.
something going on.
LeBron plays the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll be better with Halliburton. The guy's not looking to shoot as much. Assist guy, looking to move the ball. He pushes pace. Yeah, he'll be better with him more so than LeBron or Drew Holiday of that nature. You know, so, you know, it's tough because we looking at this situation like LeBron has to carry. He doesn't have to do this.
I know, but
Like
it feels like it's coming down to that.
It feels like it's coming down to it because his personality, his aura is so great, you know, amongst his peers, amongst the coaches, that you're like, what are we going to say?
Yeah.
You know, we can't say, LeBron, you got to pass it a little
Yeah, but
more.
he was dogging them dudes underneath, though.
Yeah, he was dogging
That's
them
like you
underneath.
getting me on the block and then they don't give you the basketball.
Yeah,
that
but
ain't
you understand, even at the
I know,
beginning of the game.
But you're big enough that I don't know that he would bully ball you on
Man,
the
he's
block.
6'8".
But you're 6'4".
Yeah, but I can't do nothing with him.
I don't know what you weigh,
No,
but you
I
can throw it
I
around.
can't do nothing. He ain't gonna move me off the block.
That's
that
what I'm
easy.
saying.
But he got some moves in there like
I know, but
LeBron that
LeBron
they
was
can't.
bouncing dudes. He
Man,
was
they
just
didn't
like
shooter on him, though.
just crushing
They
him.
put a dude on him that's half his size.
I don't. That was just a bad switch.
Yeah, it was
He
a
just got
bad
caught.
switch.
Okay, all right. Back to Kevin Durant. Look, I'm his biggest fan. He is a nuclear weapon.
Without a
But
doubt.
I don't love this when he hasn't played any with these guys. Like, hadn't played any, and now you're just going to throw him in.
What movie was Roy Hobbs in?
The Natural. You know
That's
The Natural?
KD.
Okay.
Yeah, I know The Natural. Like he was
I don't
born
know,
with a
Roy
ball
Hobbs
in
was
his...
magic. I mean, literally magic.
That's KD.
Yeah.
That's KD.
He had a magic bat.
That's
Wonder
KD.
Boy.
That's what KD is.
And KD can go stand in the corner, skip. 7 feet tall with a stroke. He just stand in the corner. They go here.
Yeah, he's just it just looked like God was like, all right, I'm gonna build this basketball player. You know, you ain't even like if we gonna give you the long arms, the height, the footwork,
I couldn't
like
make
he
it
was
out.
born
He was.
to play ball.
He was.
Like seriously. Like he's worked so hard to be one of the greatest. Even if he didn't do that, he's still natural ability.
Yeah.
He could just walk in there the way he plays.
You know who was like that for real in football?
Oh,
Randy Moss.
just natural ability.
Where Moss at, man? He ain't out here working out. He ain't warming up with
Just
nobody.
come right in the game and just
tie his shoes up, eat the Snicker.
yeah, right. That's who Kevin Durant is.
I just
no
Randy
warm up
with
can
his hand up.
Yeah,
right?
just natural. Just
That's who Kevin is. No warm up. He can go out there and just play pickup.
Okay, but there is this thing called chemistry, as cliched as it is, and it's like you got all these other superstars, and you haven't worked together at all, and all of a sudden, Kevin's going to be out there on Sunday, and he's not exactly, I think, convinced that his calf is 1,000% right, and he went through the horrendous Achilles tear after a calf pull, and I just don't know. It doesn't feel that great to me. It doesn't feel natural.
Yeah, I mean, especially with him getting up in age and all, you know, those injuries last a lot longer when you start getting in the mid-30s and stuff. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. He's still there. He didn't go home to get the best
And he
medical.
practiced.
Yeah, he practiced, and he didn't go home to get the best medical treatment he can get, because if it was a real issue, you know what, guys, I'm going to take a pass on this. I would love to be here.
Yep.
But if this was a real major issue, maybe he would have done that. Maybe he's getting great medical attention with the USA's team. Who knows? But I don't see him not playing. And I do see him playing the first game.
Okay.
Right out the game. And I would start him.
You'd start him.
I start him.
Wow. Would you play him 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
I'm not saying I'll play him that much.
Some sort of pitch count.
You know, like give him a 3-minute stretches.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
All right.
Yeah.
So can you see us winning by 6-ish, 8-ish?
I see us when it's covering the spread if KD plays.
So if you say if he starts.
If he starts and plays, even if he just play, I got us covering the spread. If he don't, I think it'll be a little tighter.
Okay.
Because our offense sometimes get a little stagnant. Like, it's been a couple of times we can't even get to 100. Like, look at all this NBA talent. We can't get to 100 points? I don't know.
Agreed. Okay,
You know?
so if KD plays, and you expect that he will, so you got him by 15?
15.
Okay, and you
Yep.
still,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
still
sticking my mind.
Okay,
We beat them by 26 before.
you did.
Yeah.
Okay, and we cruised to the 26.
Yeah.
And that was the third game, right? Because
Yeah.
we went Canada,
did
and
Australia.
Australia,
Australia,
and
Serbia.
Yep.
so that's the third game. Now we are 1, 2, 3. We're 2 games removed from that game, plus
Yep.
another week. So essentially, we're about 2.5 weeks removed from that particular game before we play them.
And then
again.
it's gonna be hard.
So the whole chemistry and continuity and all the stuff will be nice and packaged up.
And it's going to be hard for me to continue to see Steph struggle. It just is. He's not going to go 1 for 6. He's not going to keep doing that, Skip. I promise you that.
All right. Well, if he goes 6 and 9, Keyshawn's going to be right. It's going to be, what do you
I'm
say,
usually
12 and a
right.
half plus 5?
Yeah, I'm usually right, though.
17. You are?
Yeah.
Could have fooled me.
I wasn't.
I must
usually
have
right.
missed those shows.
That's why I told you. I got to wait to see what South Sudan look like before I start predicting. Got to wait to see
You're
them.
good with your post-game predictions, right?
Yeah, he's good with post game.
Okay.
I'm wondering about my medal here, if it's got fool's gold in it.
No, that's the real thing.
It's the real deal.
I don't know if Skip
Yep.
is spy or not, man.
Take that to the pawn shop. You might can get a house.
Really?
I need to
Get a house for it?
I need to check your birth certificate, Skip. You really with us?
Yeah, I am. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.